Hey there, Diane Conklin, Complete Marketing Systems, and Diane's FarmDozen.com. We are on episode 11. This one and one more, and then we'll do a wrap up. I hope you take lesson episode 11 to heart. Episode 11 is you need help. You can't do this alone. You can't run a 75-acre farm by yourself. You could, maybe, but it would be hard. You certainly can't farm 450 acres and take care of a complete working farm with cattle and horses and pigs and chickens and all of that by yourself. And not to mention like the yard, right? The house, the barn upkeep, the if you notice, if you're watching this on video, right? So notice the outbuildings, right? There's the barns and stuff over here. You've got several of them, two of them plus the little outbuilding, which was the chicken coop, I think, if I'm looking at this right. No, but anyway, the house and the garage are over here. That's just the garage that you see there. But look in the back. I could get my hand to come back, right? That's the problem with these backgrounds, right? Over here, in the back over there. There we go. Right there. More barns, more outbuildings. There's another barn over here. There's two barns actually right there, right? You see in the back here, those are wagons, two wagons. There's cows in the field. If you look behind me, there's uh, that's the combine. Actually, that's Dad's combine sitting there right by my neck, right? And the old pickup truck that he drove that pickup truck so long. There's another building back here, right? Barn. He drove that pickup truck so long, and I'm not exaggerating about this, that you could see the road. The floorboard, part of the floorboard was missing. You could see the road as we were driving along. You want to talk about cold? You want to talk about cold in the wintertime in that truck, right? Crazy, crazy cold. Crazy, crazy. All right. Just things come back. But there's no way that my dad could have done all of that by himself, right? It was a true family affair. The three kids, mom, dad, working together, even while going to school, working other jobs. And we would, like when we baled hay and that kind of thing, or if we just needed something, dad would bring other people on, on occasion. But there's no way. There were even, I jokingly tell people that there was a time in my life when I thought my name was GD Diane. You can figure out what the GD is on your own, right? Because like we would do things like hold burlap bags while he shoveled corn into them. Um, Even when we were like little, right? Like not three, but probably not much older than 4 or 5, there were still things that we could do. Hold a flashlight, um, tighten this up with a wrench or a screwdriver until it got to the point where he needed to take over. Um, you know, take this in, take your dad the sandwich, walk out to the field and whatever. A funny story, I'll share this with you. I shared it at my dad's eulogy when he passed. My dad was so active and always moving and doing something that I think it he never wanted to see us sit idle for long. I'll never forget one summer, he literally made us walk the rows of I can't remember, I think it was a cornfield, and pull weeds. Now, there's absolutely no reason to pull weeds out of a cornfield, but I really think he was teaching us lessons about hard work and what it took to be successful, even back then without really knowing it. But you have to have help. And so many of us in our lives and in our businesses just don't ask. And look, meet kettle, pot, meet kettle. I'm better at it now than I used to be, but I think we're all brought up to be big girls and boys, right? To be independent. And that's great. You can be independent. You can make your own money. You can have your own life and values and whatever. But none of us get out of this thing alive, and none of us do it without help. So let me ask you this question. If help is hard for you, do you wear these? Do you wear glasses, contacts? I'm at the age where I need both, right? Why is it okay for us to get help seeing clearly, but it's not okay for us to get help in our business, which is the thing that allows us to buy these things so we can see more clearly? It doesn't make sense, right? It's not logical, but we're so programmed to do things ourselves, to be independent, to make it on our own, right? I don't know anybody that's quote made it on their own completely. Even people who are quote self-made, they have employees, they have a team, they have people helping them. You know, I often tell people I don't live my life with regrets. But if when people ask me, Diane, what's the one thing, if there's one thing you could change about your business today, or wanted to know about your business today that you didn't know when you started, that you could change, what would it be? Really simple. I would have started everything sooner. It's about help. I would have hired my first full-time person sooner. I would have started events sooner. I would have started coaching clients sooner. I would have started doing masterminds sooner. I would have gotten involved in masterminds sooner. Everything. That's my answer. It's not about having regrets. It's about looking at and learning from, right? Now, sometimes I might ask for help too often. I don't think that's possible. But here's an example of this. I'm not technical. I don't have that piece of me, right? And so my team does all my tech work. This whole process, yeah, I'm shooting the videos, yeah, I'll write the emails and transcribe things and all that. Transcription happens technology. I can handle that. But my team will load all of this up into our CRM. My team will do all the video work. My team will take care of all of that. Why? Well, because this is my unique ability. This is what I'm good at. I'm not good at the other stuff. Could I do it? Yeah, if I wanted to take the time to learn it, but why? When I have great help and people who are way better at this stuff than I am, who actually love it. Good. Let me do the things I love. Let them do the things they love. Right? The other piece of this is, if you want to make $100 an hour, then everything that's a task that's less than $100 an hour, somebody else should be doing. You have to have help. And here's the piece that most business owners who are just starting out or just getting to the point where they think they need the help. First of all, you needed it long ago, but let's just say you're at the point now where you've recognized the fact that you need it. The thing that's now going to happen is you're going to have a tendency to hire somebody who's good at the same thing as you. Don't do that. Hire people who have different skills than you and let them have those things. Let them do those things. Here's the piece. You don't have to hire them full time. Hire them for a project or hire them for a particular thing. Maybe they just do your newsletter or they just manage your CRM or they just handle your sales calls or appointment setting or whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter what the thing is, but the more stuff you get off of your plate, especially things that aren't your best 4 or 5 things that you should be doing in your company anyway, the happier everybody's going to be and the more productive you're going to be. And that's the key. The more productive you are, the cleaner your desk is, the more you can work on your business, the more the visionary you can be, the more your business is going to thrive, and grow and profit and make a difference and all of those things that are important. Episode 11. You need help. Go get it. You can't do this on your own. You shouldn't even want to. Spread the wealth, spread the love, spread the joy. Let everybody do the things that they're good at while you're doing the thing that you're good at and making a difference in the world. Make a bigger difference in the world. You need help, go get it. If you need help finding help, if you need help realizing that you need help, it's the help and the help. Reach out, let me know, right? To get all of the episodes except the last one, which you're about to get, go to dianesfarmdozen.com and pick up your copy so that you have access to not only all of the episodes, but all the videos and all the lessons forever. It'll be up. Well, forever is relative, right? For as long as I'm around, I guess. All right. Make it a great day. We'll see you next time for episode 12. What's it going to be?